Welcome to Salt City Knits. We're already laughing, so this is going to be dangerous. This is a podcast all about my making life. I'm here with my husband, Richard, and we're excited to be talking to you today. It is Monday, April 8th. Yes, excellent.
Yeah, the eclipse is just finishing up.
Yep. Yeah. So we're really happy to be back with you. We have lots to talk about, lots of shop news at the end. We have some fun life update stuff. And then also we have prizes to announce for both the Salt City Knits KAL and for naming Richard's new colorway. So those will both be at the end. Yeah.
So you're building tension and excitement. Okay.
So we had our retreat that we went on a week ago, which feels like it's been a month ago already.
I think it's only been 2 weeks.
It's not even 2 weeks. We got back a week ago on Saturday. It was really, really good though.
But it felt like winter when we came home, and now
it was snowing and everything.
Springy.
Yeah.
It was good though.
The weather's been like that. That's spring. I always have to remind myself, my sister Deborah says, it's like when you're fading from one color to the next when you're knitting and you just stripe in the colors. And at first, you know, you've got mostly color 1 and then a few colors of color 2. And then eventually you get lots of color 2 and just a few of color 1. And then it's all color 2. So that's what's happening when you're going from winter to spring. You're just fading in spring. So that's how it works. So that means it's still gonna snow sometimes because it's spring.
Well, it snowed yesterday.
I know, it's stupid. Well, yesterday, we had a really nice Easter as well.
It was very good. Yeah.
We celebrated with our kids on Monday, the day after Easter, and that was really fun. The kids were we were all together, and Adam was adorable, and we had a good time.
Yeah, you had a good time playing.
And my parents were here, and it was just really lovely. And then yesterday, we celebrated a very important day.
Very important.
This is a very big holiday for us. Back in 2000, both Ethan had just come home from college unexpectedly, and then Aria, who was serving a mission for our church, got sent home because of COVID. We all had experiences like this, right? Mm-hmm. Everything shuts down, and all of a sudden we were all back under the same roof again. And it was wonderful in so many ways,
yeah.
But we
also got to be reminded how crazy our kids are.
Yes, yes. And we really needed something to celebrate. So we invented a holiday called St. Gungle's Day, yep. But we celebrate Gungle's Eve. And it's completely fictional, made up patron saint of socks. And my kids wrote a brief history of St. Gungle, and we created some traditions around that. And so yesterday we celebrated our 5th annual Gungle's Eve.
Because, Gungle's Eve
is about family. So I'm actually making a video all about our Gungle's Eve celebrations for my Patreon subscribers. So if you're interested in that, go over there. But well, suffice it to say, we had a really fun time, and it's just silly, but it's actually a really fun uniting thing for our kids and for our family.
We have to have a little bit, or sometimes a lot of bit of silly. That's a family culture thing.
It really is. Yeah.
Keeps us closer to our kids and keeps them closer to each other.
And as each of my kids have found their significant others, they've been like, okay, you need to know about our family. That we have a made-up family holiday, and this is all about it. And so we got to initiate Isaac's girlfriend, Jessica, into Gungle's Eve last night. It was fun. So other than that, we've just been working and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks.
It has been very busy. We've been working on a big project dyeing wise, which we will share at the end. And Richard's been helping some friends out with fixing some cars, just friends, not like a business.
Yeah, just to see if I remember how, I guess.
Yeah, you've only been doing it for 35 years. You're just going to forget overnight.
Well, if you think about it, I did my first serious car work 40 years ago this year.
40 years. You're old.
Yes.
Congratulations.
But you're not.
No, I'm young.
I take 2 for the team every year.
You get yours and mine. Yeah. I'll just stay the same age. All right. So I want to talk about...
I have a story about that, by the way.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some years back, we used to do, if you can remember that far. No, I'm just kidding.
If you can remember that far back.
I can remember. Let me see. No, we used to do... we used to present at conventions and things. Right?
Yeah, for like in the homeschool community.
Right, and there, I was always known as Emily's husband. In fact, when we had name tags, I would always fill it out, Emily's husband.
You would, yeah.
I did that, and it was very helpful because they're like, who is this? Oh, it's Emily's husband. Okay, you remember that, right? And there was one time that this lady comes up and says, now who do you belong to? It's like, oh, I'm Emily's husband. Oh. And she says, oh, well, that's nice. I said, yes, I'm actually her trophy husband. And she looks at me and she says, well, you know, they don't give trophies for last place.
Oh, are you serious?
No, it's a total lie, but it's a great joke.
Oh my gosh, you're such a nerd. She did. Like, what the heck? You never told me that story because you're making it up.
It's a good joke. Like
you're bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
anyway.
Well. I have, oh my gosh, you're starting to get a lot more at home here in this podcast, aren't you?
So they're getting to know who I am. This is what it is.
So I have 40 finished objects, but they're not very big. It's actually one finished object, and then I have 2 works in progress. So I'm going to show you those, and then we're going to talk prizes, and we're going to talk patterns and yarn. So here's my 40 finished objects. You ready? Look at that. There's all 40. So this is a sneak peek to shop news that you'll see, but part of what I needed to do is make some swatches for some new colors. And so I made a crocheted and a knitted swatch for 20 colors. And that took some time, but it was actually really fun. It was kind of cathartic in many ways. And I just love this stack of colors. Isn't that fun?
What's your favorite?
Okay. Yes, I actually do have a favorite. So this is the thing that cracks me up. Richard always jokes that he has a beige personality. Yeah. And I am definitely a color kind of girl. And I'm like, well, that actually works really well because like when I make quilts and stuff, I always like some white or some beige or, a neutral to make all the colors pop. So that's why we work really well together. Yeah. In fact, he always jokes that all of his favorite foods are beige too. One year was it your birthday or Father's Day?
It was Father's Day. I had a beige meal.
Yeah, we did a meal that all the foods were beige.
What was my favorite?
What did we have? We had chicken cordon bleu, mashed potatoes with chicken gravy, rolls. I think we had corn, so I wasn't exactly beige, but it was as beige as we could go and still get a vegetable. Anyway, so you would think with a stack like this that my favorites would be like here. I mean, this is one of my favorites right here. That one. Oh, it's so beautiful. But my very, very favorite one is this one right here. It's just so beautiful. Can you hold those? Thank you, honey. It's just so lovely. I love it so, so much. So I must really love beige.
Yes, you love me.
I secretly love beige.
You love me secretly?
I don't make it a secret that I love you. I'll talk more about those colors later. Okay, works in progress. I actually made progress on my crocheted wrap. I talked about this a lot in my Easter vlogs. And I'm making this this is the Bantam pattern by Deanne Ramsey, who is Addie Day. I'll put a link down below in the description box. And it's a crocheted wrap. And this is how much I have completed so far. And it is going to be way bigger than I anticipated. Originally, I thought I would use all of my minis. I had 13 minis from our little Easter swap. And I've decided that's not happening since I'm doing this base color stripe in between, or like section in between. It would be gigantic. I mean, if I start this like wrapped up kind of to the back of my neck, it hangs when I'm standing up to my knee on one side. So I definitely don't need it bigger than double this. So I'm only going to do 7 or 8. I think only 7. And so what I've decided is this is just going to be purples and blues. So I've got all the purple and I'm starting to stripe in the blue. And so the next colors I'm going to do, I'm just going to do and there was one more. This one right here. Nope, I lied. This one right here. So I've got 4 done. I'm going to add these 3 in still, and then I'll keep going with my main color with the background. And I think that is going to be oodles. And that means the rest of the colors can go in for my granny my granny stripe blanket. Oh, here, I'm showing you the back. Here's the front. And I just did a quick steam block on it because I did want to kind of see the size of it. And I really love what it makes a huge difference to just block it. I'm making the scarf width the most narrow width because that is, in order to do the stripes here and then the main section and then the stripes there, that is all I can do with 20 grams. And I'm ending up with, let's see, I'll show you about how much I have. This is nice having a helper, like this much left over with each one. So it's not enough to do another row or another section or to do it wider. But that is really fun. So I'm actually more than halfway done with it now. And then I'm gonna add the other colors, like I said, into my granny stripe blanket. And I'm excited to get that one done and get back to my granny stripe blanket. I really love that. And it's, again, in my cute little bin basket thing that my friend Sina crocheted. And people have asked me about a pattern. She didn't have a pattern, she made it up. I'm guessing you can just use your yarns and crochet into a ring and then just crochet in a circle, but you'll need to increase following a circle increase, which means you do it to the way a circle increase works. So let's say you started with 12 in a ring, 12 double crochet or 12 single crochets in a ring. The next one you would do you would double that. So you would do 24. And then the next one you would do 2 single crochets in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and you would do that 12 times around. Then the next one you would do 2 single crochets in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches and work it around. And then 2 single crochets in the first stitch, 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches and keep going around. So you just keep increasing in that pattern and that gives you a flat like circle. And once you have it as wide as you want it on the bottom, you just start working in a spiral without any increases. So that's the basics. If that made any sense, good. I'm happy because if it didn't, I'm sorry.
I'm confused.
It's not a tutorial, but that's the general gist of it. Okay, the next one I have to show you is a shawl design that I am working on, which is not going to look super exciting because it's all in that crumpled up stage, but this is a crescent shaped shawl that I am designing to use a sock set. So it will use 100 grams of one color and 20 grams of a contrast color. And I've just started adding my contrast color in. Yeah, which is this one right here. And then my main color is, thank you, lovely assistant.
You're welcome.
Right there. This is my Handsome Enough to Tempt Me sock set, which was definitely handsome enough to tempt me because I kept going out and looking at it tonight. I would keep going out and pulling it off. Oh, you're so pretty. And then I'd put it back and then I'd go back out and pick it up. You're so pretty. And then finally I just said, I got to knit something with this. So that's what I'm working on. And it'll be, you know, kind of a shawlette size because it's not enough yarn. It's not, you know, 3 skeins of yarn to make like a big shawl. But I think it'll be really nice. It's just got some simple garter stripes in it to give the body a little interest, and that'll have a really pretty, pretty border. So that is the next thing I've been working on. And I talked about this on Patreon. Let's just say this is like the 4th iteration of this shawl.
It's your 4th try.
But it's going well now.
That's good, I'm glad.
So that's really all I have going right now. I don't have anything else in the works. Haven't worked on my sweater or on my granny stripe blanket. But that's okay. Because we've been dyeing lots and lots of yarn. But it's been fun.
Yeah, it has been fun.
So let's start off. Let's do our prizes for the knit along.
Okay.
Okay, so I need to do that first. So I am going to make you pick a number, but hold on, I got to pull it up really quick. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw for the prizes. So the first prize is going to be, this is all the funny looking wrapped up one, but this is the Cordsmith tool. I've showed it many times. So the first person is going to get this tool as well as a pattern of your choice from my personal pattern designs. So that first person is, okay, now let me count that one up. Yep. Here we go. That person is Sassy Apache. Oh, here we go. Who was making a Mill Hollow scarf out of a gorgeous green color. So Sassy Apache 1. She, I assume, is our first winner. And she dyed that yarn. Beautiful, beautiful yarn. Great job. Okay, so get in contact with me. You email me at saltcityknits@gmail.com. Okay, all right, you ready for our second prize? Is going to be for this gorgeous set of Big Sky Yarn Co. There's High Tide, Rawhide, and Forest. So High Tide, Forest, and Rawhide are the 3 colors. And this will come with a backcountry shawl pattern. It's a backcountry shawl kit. Okay, so that person is, okay. Let's see, Elizabeth JDY Knits, who knit these beautiful socks right there. And those are a pair of Francis socks. Very nice. She knit that on Opal, and they were a gift for her mom. So Elizabeth JDY Knits, you also reach out to me. All right, and then the last one is this project bag. Gorgeous project bag from Delightful Works. And yes, all of a sudden I was second guessing that. Beautiful with cute little sheep cavorting about. All right, and random number generator, and that one is beautiful Amy from Noble Character Crafts, with her Dixie Creek cowl. Gorgeous. I love that picture of her. Amy is delightful, and I'm sure you're all already watching her podcast. So congratulations to the winners. Please reach out to me and get me your address, and I will send your gifts out. Okay, so next up was
Oh, over here.
Yes. So you get to help me announce that one.
Woo.
So first off, show off what we've got going on.
All right. What do you want to do here? You want all the different ones?
Yep.
No.
Yep. There you go.
So is this all three?
Yes. So we showed on the podcast last time Richard's new colorway. I'm trying not to reveal
the name
that
we've chosen.
That we have picked. We had so many good suggestions.
Oh, it was fun. It was fun going through them. Now, of course, my personal favorite that you wouldn't let me use
Yep. Was
Richard's Blue Eyes.
Yep. I won't let him use that one. Those are mine, so I'm going to just keep them.
So some more fun ones were like King Richard.
Yep, there were quite a few of those.
I'm going to have to try and
do a King Richard.
So what was this? This was worsted?
See. That one was DK. That's classic DK.
Yeah.
This one is on our contemporary sock base. And then he also did a sock set.
So we'll show that in just a second.
Oh, okay.
So some of the other ones were fun. A lot of them were C.S. Lewis related.
Yeah, there was a couple from Voyage of the Dawn Treader, which I really liked. Yeah.
My original thing I was trying to go for with in this colorway was Moby Dick, but it didn't turn out as Moby Dick as I wanted.
Yeah.
But a lot of people mentioned it, so I feel good about that.
That is good. Yeah. So there were a lot of mentions for Moby Dick.
And there were some fun ones.
There was 20,000 Leagues. There was quite a few of Blue Dolphin.
Yeah.
Island of the Blue Dolphins.
There was a lot. There were sky related too. But the one that we really, really, really liked when we came up with it, and we ran it across our kids' opinion, and
the second we saw it, we kind of knew that was the one. And I'm trying to find her actual comment. Oh, there it is. Okay.
So, and because of the title that we chose, it inspired me to do a mini along with this one that is kind of related. So this is called
Swashbuckle. Yay!
So great.
That was recommended by Abo Chris is the username.
So awesome. So here's the inspiration, the mini, because I think of swashbuckle. I don't think of just the ocean. I think of pirates and
yes, absolutely.
And I think of swords and a little bit of violence.
So you've got the silver gray of the steel sword, and then the wood handle and the browns, and then it's a little gory. So that was the mini.
So
beautiful.
That was awesome. So thank you.
Super fun.
Thank you for the name. That was great.
So again, Abo Chris, at Abo Chris. You can choose which one you would like, if you want the sock set, the contemporary sock, or
DK.
Are you holding that?
I'm sorry.
This one's upside down. That one's upside down. There we go. Or the classic DK. So you choose the one you want. But we love the name Swashbuckle.
Fantastic.
And so I'm going to insert right here some of the photos that we took of this new colorway. And you can see that inspiration came through. So very piratey.
Yep.
Yes. So fun. Absolutely love that one. And so we will send you, Abo Chris, a skein of your choice of Richard's new colorway, and that will be on the shop in the shop by the time that you see this video. All right, some other yarny news. We've added, I think I showed all the Narnia colorways last time, but we've added another colorway to the Narnia collection. And this is the colorway, and this is called Beyond the Wardrobe. So I just think about the kids going through the wardrobe and then ending up in the forest, and the first thing they feel, or they run into the fir trees and the branches of the trees. So Beyond the Wardrobe is added to that. And so that means that our whole collection is...
I'm trying to pick out all of them.
Yeah, here's Stone Table. And there is, here we go.
Okay. Oh, you got those. Okay.
Yep. So that's the collection all together. I love it. So those right now, I have them ready to ship on Biography Sock. All of those colorways. And I love our Biography Sock. It is like, oh, it's just a dreamy, dreamy base. It's 85% extra fine merino and 15% nylon. It's so bouncy and round, but not too thick. It's just kind of the perfect, super soft sock yarn. I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. The other thing I wanted to show is just, in fact, I don't think we need to show these. Well, we'll just quickly show them. We still were having a lot of requests for our Little House sock sets. So I've dyed you and I, mostly you actually lately,
Which one
have dyed that one, Plum Creek.
So you had no.
I do.
You don't have,
What don't I have?
This one.
Maple Sugar. Have dyed those up again on Contemporary Sock in our sock sets. So we've got Plum Creek and Wheat Harvest.
It's like showing off your children.
And Prairie Sky, Maple Sugar. So those are all available as well. And then now is the big happy time. Well, I'm going to talk about pattern news and then we'll get to this one. So pattern news, I have 2 patterns that are coming out this month. First off is the Albion Basin shawl. And this is a half circle, all over lace shawl that I designed using dandelion and dogwood in the colorway What's Eating Gilbert Grape. And so my test knitters have finished up and that pattern is going to release on, what is today? On April 13th. So that will be this Saturday. So that is really exciting. And then I also have my Vernal Strata cowl, which is just about finished with its testing phase. And that one will be releasing, it's like April 25th, I think. I'll put that on the screen right here, what it is, April 20 something. Anyway, and that will be coming out then. And that is a super fun one because it uses 1 skein of fingering weight yarn and 5 minis. So you can get a collection of 5 minis or pick them out of your scraps. You only need about 10 grams of each one. And then a single skein of fingering weight yarn. So super fun way. And it's kind of a nice, there's got a lot of mindless knitting, which is super fun. What? Mindless knitting. That's called when you're going to do some knit flicks. Watching some TV, knitting along. It's okay. You'll learn.
How do you knit with fingering weight? I mean, what does that even mean? I mean, look at my fingers. That's going to be different. Fingering weight is going to be different for me. It's going to be like twice as thick for everybody else.
Fingering weight for you is worsted.
Yeah, see?
So I'm really excited about those 2 patterns. And my test knitters are amazing and I love you. Okay. So
I love it so much.
I'm so glad you love it. See, he's becoming a yarny. I love it so much that you love it. So now our big announcement is that we are introducing back into the shop the author's colorways. And we have been working hard on these, mostly Richard. Richard has dyed all of these colors.
I think I figured this one out, yeah.
Yeah, he is excellent at it. He's so consistent and just so great at it. So,
but you know, I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. I was just thinking about this. So, but the fantastic thing about hand-dyed yarn is that each skein is its own individual work of art.
That's true.
Because nothing is exact.
No, nothing is exactly
it's a unique piece of art, and it's awesome. Even though they all look very similar, that none of them are exactly the same. It's really cool.
Well, and that's why we love indie dyed yarn, hand dyed yarn. It's different than buying commercial yarn, which also is awesome, but it just has that little extra something to it, little magic in it.
Yep.
So we have developed 20 colorways that are all inspired by some very well-known and beloved authors. And there will be more authors. Authors will come and go to the Yarnbrary, but these are the 20 that are available for right now. And each one of these is available on 4 different bases. And so right now we've dyed them on 3 different bases, but we also have our worsted base that we will have available. And that's what I knit all these and crocheted all of these swatches for, is so that you would be able to see them worked up. So these will be a dyed to order thing. So they will always be in the shop. It won't be based on just when we dye them. We have quite a bit in stock right now, but so those will go out relatively quickly, but we're pretty fast on dyed to order stuff too. We're pretty darn fast on it. So, you can order your sweaters quantities or your color work quantities and be able to find exactly what you need. And I've put together a slideshow that I'll insert here at the end, but it will show you not only each of the colorways and their names, but also some of my favorite color combinations with the different colorways. So really excited for that. And those are all in the shop as well. But that is a fun bundle. We have neutrals and really brights and rich jewel tones and soft pastels, and they're just a pretty bunch. So I think that's everything. We'll insert that slideshow here at the end.
Sounds good.
And then I don't think we have anything else.
Oh, but I'm excited that you let me be here for the whole thing.
I know, it's fun. I think that our next thing, we've got to figure out our next collection, because we've got, oh, I know what else I needed to mention. Yes, I know. We have all of our Jane Austen inspired yarns are on sale right now. So those are all 10% off, and you don't need a coupon code for that. You can just, they'll just automatically take that 10% off when you put them in your cart. So that includes all of our Jane Austen sock sets, and there are 6. I can't count. I think there's 6. Yes.
Well, you know how well I count.
4. There's 6 or 7. Yeah, something like that. So there's a bunch. So those are all on sale right now, 10% off. And that is through the end of this week is when that sale ends. So definitely go check some of those out. So I'm sitting here and editing this podcast and remembered one more thing that I did not talk about. And I feel so dumb because I actually meant to talk about it even on last podcast. And that is that I am bringing back the Hogwarts Library Mystery Sock Set Club. And these listings are already up. So this will be a sock set that will be inspired by one of the books or publications mentioned in the Harry Potter books. I did an entire year of books mentioned in the Harry Potter books and still have another at least year's worth that I could do. So the inspiration for April is History of Magic. And so there will be a sock set dyed on my contemporary sock base that will be inspired by the book, The History of Magic, as described in the Harry Potter books. And that listing is up right now. Those will ship by April 25th. So I will close that listing on April 20th. So if you are interested in participating in that, it's one of those kind of clubs where you just sign up for the month that you want. So there's no like locking you into every month, but April's colorway is The History of Magic. So definitely, if you're interested, go and grab that. And if you are interested, make sure not to do any other purchases along with that colorway. It needs to be on its own separate purchase. Thank you. And we will be figuring out what our next collection is going to be. If you have a recommendation of what, like a book that you would like to see us dyeing that to inspire another collection, then or a series, please tell us below, and that will be really fun. All right.
That's fun.
Okay. We'll see you all next time. Enjoy this slideshow of the authors, and we'll see you later. Bye.